Today we embark on a journey to demystify the world of coding in just a few minutes. Stay tuned as we delve into the fundamentals of programming. To start to understand coding fundamentals, let's start by reviewing what exactly coding is. Visualize yourself as a conductor, your orchestra being a computer. Just as a conductor employs sheet music to steer his musicians, coders harness coding languages to command computers. It's a method to dictate to computers exactly what to do, the manner to do, and the timing. Today, we're set to probe into some basic coding concepts that serve as the cornerstones of any program. These include algorithms, our recipes and instructions, sequences that present step-by-step directives, loops that spare us the monotony of repetition, variables that function as placeholders, branching that assists in decision-making, and debugging, our strategy for problem resolution in the code. So fasten your seatbelts, coding can indeed be a thrilling journey. Imagine building a Lego set without any instructions. It would be pretty hard, right? That's where algorithms and sequences come in. Think of an algorithm as a recipe for your favorite cake, or better yet, as the instructions for building that Lego set. It's a step-by-step guide, a list of instructions to complete a task. But it's not enough to just have instructions, they need to be in the right order. That's where sequences come in. Sequences dictate the specific order that commands should follow in a code. It's like knowing to put the foundation of your Lego house first, then the walls, and finally the roof. If you mix up the sequence, you might end up with a roof where the walls should be. So algorithms and sequences are like the blueprint and steps to our builds. Ever played a game where you had to keep doing something over and over? That's like a loop in coding. Think about a game of hopscotch. You hop, skip, and jump, and then you turn around to do it all over again. In coding, a loop works in a similar way. It's a command that tells the computer to repeat a certain action or set of actions multiple times. It's like having a super efficient personal assistant who never gets tired of doing the same tasks. Now let's talk about variables. Variables are like the name tags we use at a party. They hold different types of information that we can use later. In a code, variables can store anything from numbers to words and even more complex data. We give these variables names so we can easily recall and use this information when we need it. So, loops are our game repeaters and variables are like our name tags in coding. Ever wondered how a computer game decides whether you've won or lost? This is where branching comes in. In coding, branching is used to make decisions. It's like a fork in the road where you can choose to go left or right depending on certain conditions. Think of it as a game of chess. Just as a chess player decides to move a piece based on the state of the board, a computer program can decide to take a specific action based on the data it has at that moment. It's like asking, if the king is in check, then move the knight, else move the pawn. The correct decision-making in coding is crucial as it determines the success or failure of a code, much like a well or poorly planned chess move. So branching in coding is like making strategic decisions in a game of chess. Now that we've journeyed through the thrilling landscape of coding, let's recap what we've learned. We began by understanding that algorithms and sequences are the building blocks of any coding project. They are like the blueprint and the steps that guide the construction of a program. Next, we dove into the world of loops and variables. These are the repeaters and name tags of coding, helping us avoid redundancy and bringing order to our code. Lastly, we explored the concept of branching and the importance of decision-making in a program, much like a strategic move in a chess game. But remember, these are just the basics. Coding is a vast universe, and there's so much more to explore. From various programming languages to different coding paradigms, the world of coding is as diverse as it is exciting. It's now time to dive in and experiment with these concepts. Don't be scared to make mistakes. So put on your thinking caps, get creative, and start coding. Visit our website to get started coding today. The exciting world of coding awaits.